do you make of this situation today on the front of all the front pages of the newspapers? Harry, I want my father and brother back. What do you make of what the interviews he's given and the fact that the book's coming out next week?
It's a really interesting one, Dom, because I shared on social media last night before I left the UK, and the debate that's going on is extraordinary, and it's hundreds of thousands of people with their views and their comments. And the situation is horrible. I feel a little bit for Harry. Bear in mind, I knew him, but also saying he wants his father and brother back, I understand what he's trying to say. I get where he's coming from. I don't think they're going the right way about doing that. And I also agree with what Cameron said a second ago. I don't think Meghan pushed him out the royal family. Harry's the Harry that I knew was a very strong-willed character. You know, he did things that he wanted to do. Obviously, there's been reports that he was looking for a way out. I was never aware of that when I was there, but of course, as he became a working member of the royal family, maybe it wasn't what he wanted to do, but I think it would be his choice. But obviously, he would consult his wife and family on that. But the whole thing, as I've always said, Don, is really sad. And I've always talked about the end game. I wonder what the end game is. And I think for him, obviously, he's telling us that he would like his father and brother back. They were very close. I believe that. But as I said, I don't think they're going the right way about doing this.
What, I mean, you do, you know, as you say, you were a Royal Butler, you know the boys. I mean, what effect do you think this is having on William, who won't say anything? We know he won't, because that's what the family do. They don't ever explain.
Well, the Queen famously always said, as you've mentioned, don't complain, don't explain, which it's put them in quite a good place for many, many years, or even centuries. I think that's obviously the way they do things. But I think personally, I think it's really difficult because I was aware of how close they were. They were very close, like any other family. I think that's what people maybe find extraordinary or hard to believe. They are like any other family. They are close. They have the highs and lows. The sad part is being one of the most famous families in the world, when you do have a fallout, it's unlike, Don, if we have family fallouts, especially over Christmas and things, you don't read about it the next day, where with the royal family, we are reading about it because obviously they're talking about it. And I can understand them talking about it, that they want to get out there, what's happened to them. I do understand that. But as I said, I think there's ways of doing it. And unfortunately, it's a really tricky one. And as I've always said, I'm kind of on the fence. I feel sorry for everybody involved because I know how close they all were.
Grant, just one quick question. Do you think the boys will ever reunite and get back to the closeness they once shared as brother?
Don, I'm a huge believer in time as a healer, and I'm hoping that when things calm down, that one day we will see them become best friends again. But as I said, time is a healer, but who knows?
Thank you for joining us this morning, and we can but hope, because I do think it's sad when any families fall out.